Coming up in today's MLB recap, Nando is flying out there in right field again. He routinely makes some of the best home run robberies I've ever seen. The Red Sox have mini Aaron Judge every other 2 or 3 games. This Rob Refsnyder guy is no BS that good when facing lefties. By the way, staying with Boston and lefties, rookie Connelly Early looked like Tarek frickin' Skubal in his debut. Josh Bell of the Nationals has been Mickey Mantle the last few days. Kyle Schwarber, he just became the second member in the 50 home run club this year, joining Cal Raleigh. And Anthony Volpe, I mean, at this point, you just got to feel bad, right? He had a failed bunt, 2 more strikeouts, and fans are saying he should have caught this. If you're brand new here, this is MLB Recap. We recap every baseball game almost every single day, so if you want to keep growing the game with me, leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget that Recap is brought to you by SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. Use code Fuzzy, and I'll be live later on Playback with Cougs46. We're going to be watching a bunch of live MLB games together, so download the app, join our room called The Show, and we'll see you guys later tonight. We have some breaking news. I know a lot of people already saw the writing on the wall when it came to Anthony Rizzo, but Anthony Rizzo is officially retiring from the game of baseball. He's going to sign a short contract as a Cub, and he's going to retire this Saturday. During his prime, it was Rizzo, Goldie, and Joey Votto just owning first base in the National League. Rizzo got over 300 home runs and doubles. He got close to 1,000 RBIs. He has a 123 career OPS plus. He was a 3-time All-Star, a 4-time Gold Glover, a Platinum Glover, a World Series winner. He is one of the best first base talents we've ever seen, and unfortunately, a concussion issue kind of ruined his Hall of Fame chances. Some of you might be thinking, it's one concussion, how can it really be that career-changing? Well, Justin Morneau was on track to be a Hall of Famer as well, and the same thing sort of happened. Morneau also had a concussion that altered his career forever, but just seeing Anthony Rizzo officially hang it up, he's a commentator now, he's been at a few games, seeing him, Votto, and Goldie almost on the way out as well, just makes me feel old. Willy Adames is about to go perfect for his 28th home run, not before he went perfect off his own shin. Those hurt so much, but like I hinted at, he recovered nicely. He hit one a quarter mile, and the bat toss was so much fun. And look at Drew Gilbert, the rookie freak, banging on fences again. So Adames has 81 RBIs. Jordan Lawler, he's been showing a ton of tools lately for the Snakes. He's fast. He has 3 doubles and 2 stolen bases with only 2 strikeouts his last 5 games. He was able to dodge a tag on a sac fly. Patrick Bailey, I gotta ask, what do they put in his Frosted Flakes? Creatine? Steroids? Super Soldier Serum? He had 2 home runs total his first 112 games this year. He has 3 his last 7. And remember, he's one of the best defensive catchers we've seen since Yadier Molina. Ryan Walker secured his 15th save of the season. The Giants are on another win streak, and they can get within 2 games of the Mets if the Mets lose again to the Phillies. Sean Manaea has been awful, like objectively useless this season. Castellanos, he ripped a 2-run double to left field, and now Kemp is going yard. Every time I say the last name Kemp, it just takes me back to Matt Kemp, who had his MVP stolen in 2011. Never forget that. Harrison Bader made it back-to-back home runs. So this 4-run lead sparked something in Ranger Suárez. I think he said, F it, I'm going to empty the tank. He struck out 12 Mets. He only allowed 1 base hits as well. And the Mets, they have some firepower, so it is not easy to do that. Ranger has a 2.7 ERA with a bunch of strikeouts. The Phillies rotation is still loaded even without Zach Wheeler. I'll tip my cap to Mark Vientos. He cracked another, his 17th of the season. But Kyle got that back and more. Kyle Schwarber's 50th home run of the season is a 3-run frozen rope. He just became the 34th hitter in the history of baseball to reach 50 and the second Philly ever. He has 123 runs batted in. Soto, he is the 7th Mets player ever with a 30-30 season. It meant nothing. I wanted to show it at least. The Mets have lost 4 games in a row. They're 9 games back of first place and now just 2 games up of the surging Giants. And we'll talk about the Reds later because they're trying to sneak up as well. The only lefty in baseball yesterday who could say they were as nasty as Ranger was the Boston rookie Connelly Early. In his MLB debut, the kid didn't just shove, he deleted A's hitters. Maybe that's because, just like Ranger, his offense gave him an early lead, and that allowed him to just be confident. Romy Gonzalez hit a 430-foot moonshot, and if 430 feet is a moonshot, what is this 465-foot 3-run no-doubter off the bat of Rob Refsnyder? He is turning into one of the greatest hitters I've ever seen in my entire lifetime against lefties. Against righties, it's a completely different ballgame, but against lefties, I can't name a bunch of hitters who I would want at the dish more than Rob Refsnyder. Connelly Early, the rookie, his first big league strikeout was, I wrote Big Maple, that is not the right nickname, that is the Big Amish. He struck out 3 consecutive guys at one point. His movement is like straight up sorcery, and it's easy to see why. He was a strikeout machine coming up in the minor league system. I mean, he is lively. He is not sitting down in the dugout. He had a jam though. Bases are loaded, but he struck out 3 in that inning, and he struck out 11 total in his debut. That tied a Boston record for a rookie in his debut. The Red Sox are looking really good right now, knock on wood. They've won 3 games in a row. Boston has been trying to catch the Yankees for a hot minute, and they had them recently, but then the Yankees, they went on a bender and just refused to lose for a week and a half. Gleyber, he's getting a standing ovation, his first game back in Yankee Stadium. That's a double in his first at-bat, but nothing came of it. What a start for the Yankees. Judge's 44th home run is number 359, so he officially passes Yogi for 5th all-time in Yankee history. Trent, he tracked a baseball down off the bat of Trey Sweeney, and he palmed it. He brings it back. I think it's not going to leave. He definitely just kept it from being a double. Bellinger, this is a home run. He has 28 on the season. His bounce-back season is just, it's so much fun to watch. Parker Meadows, I think, yep, we are tied. That's his 2nd home run in his last 3 games. He's waking up. Remember, he is one of those platinum defenders out there in the outfield as well. He's back at it. He had 3 base hits in this game, and that gave the Tigers a lead. And this 7th inning for the Yankees was an all-time embarrassment. Every single Tigers hitter scored in this 7th inning. All 9 in a 9-run 7th inning. Volpe had a tough play, but the optics just will not help. He has to make that play. There were some walks, wild pitches, hit by pitches. Kerry Carpenter then leveled a gapper, a 2-run triple to left field. That is inexcusable. Chris Paddock, the former sheriff for the Padres, he's about to secure his first ever big league save. He went 3 no-hit innings with 4 strikeouts after Mize struck out 8 Yankees. That is a rough L. Volpe, he went hitless again with 2 strikeouts, and then the non-strikeout was this failed bunt. The dude is going through it. He's probably going to get benched for Jose Caballero. The Angels scored a dozen, which means that Mike Trout for sure had to have hit a home run to end his career-long home run drought, right? Well, that's not Mike Trout. He did score on this run. He 2-run knock, but that means he didn't homer. Ward, he's stealing home. It's 3-0 Halos, and they got back to scoring in the 5th inning. CT3, he scored Mike Trout. So leadoff Mike Trout did his job. He got on base, but he's been stuck at 398 home runs for over a month. I need milestone Trout in MLB to show. By the way, please go subscribe to Fuzzy Gaming. And he secured a 3rd RBI in this game. Taylor Ward now has 96 RBIs. He moved Trout to second base. He's on again. He had 2 base hits and a walk. He scored all 3 times. CT3, he had a 4 RBI game off the bat of a 3-run home run and an RBI earlier. Moncada also scored 3 times, just like Mike Trout. He has 12 home runs and a 125 OPS plus, and now we have a 2-way superstar going yard. Minnesota pitcher Ryan Fitzgerald, he's not an actual pitcher. It's just the game got so ugly they put him out there. It doesn't count as a 2-way, but then again, it does. Maybe we get a Topps now 2-way Ryan Fitzgerald card. I have no idea. The Twins are 64-81. Yeesh. The Guardians have to win this game or they'll fall back under Kansas City in the wild card. Jose knows it. He has 28 home runs and 37 stolen bases. David Fry, he doubled in J-Rim after Jose got on again. So 2-0 must have felt like 200-0 against Joey Cantillo, who almost went the distance. This kid went 8 shutout with 5 strikeouts before getting pulled. He has 92 strikeouts and 80 innings this year with a 3.3 ERA. He retired 17 or 18 in a row, and then a double play got him through those 8 shutout. Cade Smith, he had 2 more strikeouts for his 12th save. So the Guardians are 2.5 games back of the wild card. The Royals are 4 games back. Unless the Mariners lose, then the Royals will be 3 games back, and the Guardians will be 1.5 game back. Randy and Josh Naylor beat the Cardinals all by themselves. Randy had a 3-run belt job. He has 27 home runs, 27 stolen bases, and a 130 OPS plus. And that was off the guy he was traded for. So remember, back in the day, Liberatore went from the Rays to the Cardinals. Randy went from the Cardinals to the Rays and became a postseason legend. Nails went even further, and check out the bat flip. No, it was a bat throw. And J-Rod, my goodness. The best part about this clip is something that you can't see. Josh Naylor started walking to the dugout while the ball was still in flight, and he just knew that J-Rod was going to catch it. The future Hall of Famer ran it down. I said what I said. He has some of the best Hall of Fame makeup stuff I've ever seen. Matt Brash had 3 strikeouts in a nasty 8th inning. He's down to a 1.7 ERA, and then when you combine that with Senor Smoke with his 34 saves, the Mariners have won 4 in a row. They keep their distance in the wild card, but they can now gain a game in the West. They'll be 1 game back of the Astros if the Jays do their job. So like I just said, the Stros are taking on the Toronto Juggernauts. This game had a crazy finish. You guys cannot miss it. Carlos Correa, he bolted one to straightaway center field, and this sucks so bad. Luis Garcia, he was kind of complaining about his velocity being down in his first start, and he took himself out the game and pinched at his arm after throwing 88. I'm just praying that he's going to be okay. Bieber, he kind of got lit up. 9 hits and 3 earned runs. Maybe lit up is a little bit too much. Springer lit this baseball up. His 28th home run went 450 feet. He has a 156 OPS plus. Brian Abreu, he's proving why it's a whole lot harder to be a consistent closer than a 7th, 8th inning dominant guy. IKF, he lined one with a bases loaded, 2 score. It is 3-3. Brian Abreu allowed 10 runs total from opening day to just a few weeks ago, August 28th. He's allowed 8 earned runs since that point. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. unleashed a rocket, looking like a third baseman. So he hoses Jose Altuve. Altuve's kind of like, what just happened? Vladdy's about to get hyped up again. He beat out an infield single. Altuve, I don't know if he just took his time a little bit. That was weird. I mean, it didn't really matter because Heineman walked it off. It would have been a walk-off regardless of Vladdy being out or not. The Jays are back to 3 games up on the Yankees and the Red Sox. The Astros, they lost the game, so they're only 1 game up on the Mariners. It's madness right now. Michael Hellman hit another one. The 29-year-old rookie, he has a home run in back-to-back games and 7 RBIs his last 24 hours of baseball. Wyatt Langford, we know even though he's jacked and just a very big human, he can absolutely fly. That's an RBI triple. Higgy, he took out his driver for this one. He socked an RBI double on a ball that was at his ankles. Jake Bauers, 445 feet. Sheesh. So that kind of scared Rangers fans a little bit, but Sean Armstrong, he didn't let that phase him. Yelly, he had a perfect lined out. That sucks. So Sean Armstrong now has 8 saves and a 2.5 ERA. The Rangers have won 3 in a row. They are now 2.5 games back of Houston for first place and a game and a half out of Seattle in the wild card. The Rays don't want to lose their footing either. And by the way, we're going to talk about the Dodgers and Padres games right after this one. Kyle Teal is insane. He's basically hitting 290 with a 131 OPS plus as a rookie catcher. Junior Caminero, he had a 117 mile per hour double, and Josh Lowe, even though it wasn't 117, he launched a 2-run home run. Chandler Simpson, the speedster, he knocked in a run right before Richie Palacios. I didn't even know that he was back. He makes it 4-1, but the Rays lead quickly vanished. Meidroth, Colson, and Benny plated 3, and then their tie got broken on a full-blown deletion. Tristan Gray, he played for the White Sox, and I don't know if he was DFA'd or what, but he really had to rub it in. He has elite bat speeds and exit velocities. He just strikes out a lot. Pete Fairbanks now has 25 saves. The Rays are 4.5 games back of the Mariners with 18 games left. Do they have enough time? You guys have to let me know. Rockies fans cannot wait for those final 17, 18 games to be over with. You have a wild pitch to start the misery. Mookie added to it with his 17th home run. His OPS plus is finally back over 100. Teoscar, he slammed out 2. He's been terrible for weeks now, and going yard twice has to have felt really good, even if against the Rockies. I don't care who you are. If you're slumping, going yard twice always has to feel good. Emmett Sheehan, he was feeling good all right. He had a perfect game through 5. Ohtani, he's driving home runs now. That's an RBI single. And look at who ruined the perfect game. Kyle Karros, if that name sounds familiar, that's the son of the Dodgers legend Eric Karros. He ruined the perfect game. The shutout eventually got ruined as well. He came around on a Tyler Freeman RBI, but Emmett had 9 strikeouts over 7. He has disgusting stuff. We have more Freemans driving in runs. Freddie Freeman brought himself home. He has 20 home runs on the season. And by the way, Trey Turner, he now leads the National League with a 305 batting average. I think he's played enough time to earn the batting title, so Freddie has got to catch back up to that, along with Sal Frelick. He's at 295 as well. Teoscar's second of the game is his 23rd home run, and I cannot go anywhere until I show Hunter Goodman's 30th. The 25-year-old catcher has a 126 OPS plus and those 30 home runs. Should the Rockies trade him this offseason while the iron is hot? Michael King is back off the IL. This is a huge ad for the Padres, and Sal Stewart is going off the batter's eye for his first career home run, and if you're paying attention, you can see that he's kind of laughing at Manny Machado. Well, he and Manny are actually good friends. They work out together in Florida. Will Benson, he banged one out as well. Tyler Stevenson, he wanted a home run, just he tried the wrong part of the field. You cannot hit it to the Platinum Glover. Nando scaled the wall again. This dude, I'm not even being dramatic, makes some of the best home run robberies I've ever seen. We have Merrill Madness back at it. Another RBI triple to cut the lead in half, or cut the deficit in half, I should say. That's his second double this week. Cronenworth tied it with a sac fly, but we're going to skip to the 8th. Manny, he actually was pretty mad after this. I don't know if I have an angle of it, but he took out a few coolers after he went back into the dugout, just swinging at him. And there you go, Tyler. A 2-run left field home run off of Robert Suarez of all people. Good idea not to hit it to Nando. Pagan has 27 saves. The Reds are 3 games back of the wild card. Pete Armstrong, he did some things. He finally was a little bit productive, and he better be, because Kyle Tucker, he's going on the shelf for a few weeks. PCA had a sac fly in the first. You've already seen that. Then he had an RBI single in the third. He also had 2 stolen bases. He has 28 home runs, 87 RBIs, and 34 stolen bases with 19 outs above average. Cade Horton, I think in my opinion, he all but wrapped up the Rookie of the Year after this 6th start. No walks again. He has a .84 ERA since the All-Star break. Swanson had a bases loaded walk versus the newcomer Alexis Diaz, who got dropped by the Reds and the Dodgers this year. He might be on his way out of baseball. Matt Shaw, he drove in 2. Now, it was a base clearing knock. I will put that in air quotes. Again, it was just 2 RBIs, but the throw got away. Ben Brown, he had 2 strikeouts to seal it. Imagine if they get him right as a bullpen piece right before the playoffs. The Cubs are 6 games back of first place thanks to that Brewers L. Obviously, they're still going to make it in the wild card, but can they win the division? I don't know how I forgot to mention that we have another Samuel Basallo walk-off. So the rookie phenom Jeremiah Jackson went yard to put his team up in the 6th, and Bradish, he was vintage Kyle Bradish. 6 strikeouts over 7. I mean, I just love this guy's stuff. Fam, he delayed the inevitable with his 9th home run. He's been on a tear for months now. We know that, but he couldn't save it on defense. Basallo got jammed bad, but this is baseball. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Everyone thought that it was a foul ball. It hit the chalk after hitting Fam's glove. That's his 2nd walk-off in his first 17 games. I don't know if Josh Bell has relatives that work for the Hall of Fame. He must be using a Mickey Mantle bat because he has channeled Mickey Mantle this week. He hit a home run to no one. There was literally no one up there in the second deck, but he is 6 for his last 8 with 4 home runs and 12 RBIs. Joey Wiemer, he walloped another one. He used to be a power speed defense guy with the Brewers, but he also struck out a lot, so he didn't last very long there. Dalen Lyle, this dude is turning into a star. I know it's a little bit early to say that, but he went off the facing of the upper deck. He's batting .333 with 7 home runs, 5 stolen bases, and a .920 OPS his last 38 games. Mitchell Parker, he almost went 8 innings, and his bullpen almost lost it. Augustine had an RBI. Victor Mesa Jr. had a 2-run double, and Xavier Edwards, he beat out a 3rd out. That was an RBI single thanks to Jose Ferrer just watching the play. He was a spectator. Thankfully, he did get his 8th save. He rolled over Augustine Ramirez. The Nationals have looked pretty good in September. They've won 4 games in a row. Recap around this time of the year is so much fun to make. If you guys enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek or Underdog Fantasy. Be sure to check out Fuzzy Gaming as well as my playback channel. It's called The Show with Cougs46. I'll see you guys over there and enjoy the web gems. Thanks for everything.